mom, it is so hard to date because I'm almost like, if you're taking time from me and my kids, you need to be worth it. You need to be worth it. You need to be worth it.
You're still not convinced that astrology can have an influence over your physical appearance, then why does it make so much sense that Dwayne Johnson is a Taurus? Taurus is represented by the bull. Taurus men usually have a strong, muscular look. They just look very sturdy, even if they're not super muscular. For example, all of these men are Taurus suns. In astrology, Taurus is associated with the neck and throat. This is why Taurus men tend to have thicker or more prominent necks. This is also why there are so many talented singers with major Taurus energy. Seriously, there are a lot. And all of these people are Taurus suns. But I think I'll save that topic for another video. No, I'm not saying that all Taurus men have thick necks, but if you meet someone with a thick neck who also has a really nice voice, he might just be a Taurus. And don't forget that Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty. This is why they tend to have symmetrical features and nice skin. There's usually just something a bit pretty and soft about them, even if they're more masculine. And they normally come off as pretty calm and earthy, unless you make them really mad, or unless they have a lot of fire in their chart.
If a guy gives you an engagement ring and he calls off the engagement, should you give the ring back?
No, hell no. It's my ring.
Okay, so why is it if a man withdraws consent to an engagement, he loses the ring?
I mean, I don't think women are objects like rings are.
I would say he loses the ring, but you lost the value of that woman.
Okay. If marriage is supposed to be an equal partnership, why does a woman get an expensive engagement ring but a man doesn't?
I mean, I'm sure they could, but I don't think most of them want it. I mean, they get a ring. It's just not really as
What if a guy
expensive.
wanted like a $20,000 motorcycle?
I guess it's all between you and your partner. I spoil my men.
There are billions of pretty women. Less than 1% of the population is 6'4". You can pick up the bill. The idea that men think like it's such an insult for a woman to pay the bill. No, we just won't go out with you. Like, you will just be alone then because your company is not enjoyable. You have nothing to offer. Your conversation isn't stimulating, and you're unattractive, and you're not 6'4". So what exactly is the incentive to spend time with you? I know that sounds really surface level, but if I can be around the people in my life that give me pleasure and give me joy, and a man can't stand up against that, cannot offer me more than that, then he's literally useless. And I think that's why men get really upset, because instead of improving themselves to be better, to be more interesting, to be more outgoing, to be smarter, more intellectual, they literally just give up and go, then be alone. It's like, okay, gladly. Pick up the bill as if most women aren't already paying their own bills. Like, you men are not generous people, and we can smell it from a mile away. Who wants to be with someone who's ugly and ungenerous? Definitely not me.
As a single mom, it is so hard to date. Like, I feel like I do not have the energy, the capacity, or the time to go out with these people, because I'm almost like, if you're taking time from me and my kids, you need to be worth it. And then I go on a date for 5 minutes and I'm just like, I'm paying a babysitter right now. I had to beg my mother. To watch these kids for you. And in middle of the day, I'm just like pissed off. Like, I'm so irritated that I hired a babysitter or that I had to beg my family for you. So guys, can we please really consider not wasting a single mom's time on a date? And I'm not trying to be like that girl, but it's just, man, it is not easy.
Vibing with a woman is hard enough. You're expected to be a traditional man, and all you can do is hope that the woman that you'll meet will uphold traditional values from her end. Now, taking into account today's messed up dating dynamics, max the difficulty settings of life by dating a single mother. If success was 100% guaranteed, I wouldn't see a problem with dating a single mother, but some roads are better off not being traveled. There's an expectation of you providing and protecting with absolutely no authority, and should things go south, you could pay child support for a child that was never yours. And I haven't even touched on the baby daddy drama. Run it back, guys. Didn't you hear what she said, and more importantly how she said it? The men that she goes on dates with aren't worth it. As if the men that she wants, Chad and Tyrone, are at florists, hoping that the flowers that they pick will earn them brownie points with women who are single moms. What I'm about to say is going to be very controversial, but it has to be said. Stepdads A man whom women wouldn't date if they didn't have any kids.
I'm leaving town for 2 weeks, and this is like my ritual of what I do with my boyfriend to like make sure that he's not sketchy while I'm gone. The first are really obvious. I have access to his Instagram, his Facebook, the location, obviously. I also bring like a tablet which has like a copy of his phone on it, so I can basically just see whatever he's doing at like all hours of the day. Another thing we do is he always wears like a GoPro to his head. That way I can see everything that's kind of going on, so it feels like I'm there virtually. And look how cute this photo is. This was literally before he purchased the GoPro. Obviously we needed to upgrade, but like how adorable does he look? This was the first trip I ever left. And then obviously the house camera. There's definitely a camera in the house, and then there's also a camera that I put in his car just to make sure that wherever he goes, like I'm watching. I have eyes everywhere. Then the last thing I did, I always speak with Christy at our front desk, and I just let her know like, hey girl, I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks. If anyone tries to come up, you're gonna alert me right away, right? And then I slide a 100 on the table just so like, you know, to thank her for her services. I just think these are like really healthy practices to instill in your relationships. So I hope that this helps some of my girlies out there. I love you.